What's up, guys? Welcome back to Liwll Tech Talks. So today we are going to take a brief look at the evolution to say that the iPad Pro has gone under. So without further ado, let's get to it. So, what better way to start than with the OG? That OG, the iPad. It started with touch screens, forcing developers to embrace new dimensions, to change their goals with a PC-style device. It came with a simple design and had only 3 storage levels, and these 3 storage levels were the 16GB, 32GB, and the 64GB. It basically was an entertainment setup. This OG iPad was really the debut of Apple as a competitor in the space. Before then, they weren't anything else. I think the first time I saw it, it was in the hands of a kid. That's been where it started. So, the iPad in 2016. This one has, hats off, been something, the transition from this iPad, the original, to the iPad Pro in 2016 really, hats off to Apple, started to change. And the shift came with a 12.9 inch and a 9.7 inch model that were added. Basically, it was added power, and that's about it. Similar design to the iPad, going all the way back. Big side bezels and a little bit slimmer on the top and bottom if you're holding it horizontally. So it came in 3 different models, and in terms of storage, it did have storage in these 3 categories: 64GB. So that was for the original iPad, the top one. But now it had 64GB as the base model, then 128GB, and a 256. This was a big deal for tablets. This is the first time really 256 was introduced. And iPad Pro 2016 started this 4-year run of Apple making the iPad Pro the center of it all. And beyond that, I don't know what to talk about it. So beyond that, what can you talk about the iPad Pro in 2016? It was a device that really opened up the competition for that 2-in-1 space between the Apple and Microsoft Surface, who really at this point had set the standard for a 2-in-1 device. And it really motivated other groups to come into the field. I'd say that was. And now we come to the all-important iPad Pro in 2017. So same old 12.9 inch size, but a new and improved small edition at 10.5 inches. Actually, it was at 11 inches. Now in terms of storage, it came in at 64GB, 256GB, 512GB, and the first 1TB storage model. And the plans for the iPad Pro were clearly centered on creators, or so we thought. By the way, sorry about the image. It was this information I found kind of guided the way for this one. The 12.9 inch had a new design. It was thinner on the horizontal sides, top, bottom, and still the same thickness on the, and on the sides it was thinner too. Smaller bezels. That was the big improvement. And the 11 inch was that smaller version that you would see on the right side. And the 11 inch had the old fashioned bezels on it. but that would change very, very soon with the next one. And overall, the 2017 is the biggest change, as it kind of indicated a focus on the creators with that 1 terabyte storage model availability. And besides that, it's kept that 4 gigabits of RAM and didn't improve that crazy much. On to the iPad Pro in 2018 and 2020. So these two models, same design as that 12.9-inch 2017 edition, smaller bezels. So these were the most recent two iPad Pros. Same size, different chips. That's the big difference, is the chips. And the 2018 version only had 1 camera, and the 2020 version had a LiDAR and another camera, and had 2 cameras. So the 2018 iPad Pro had the 64 gigabyte version all the way up to the 1 terabyte. But 2020 was different. The bottom model now had 128 gigabytes, big change, and going up to the same old 1 terabyte from the 2017 edition introduction. The 2020 iPad Pro brought the new keyboard and external display support and the mouse, technically, to iPad Pro. And evolution is a circle and appears to be coming full circle. What is the iPad Pro's role in all of this? The iPad Pro through the years has drawn some questions, I'd say. But with their latest iteration in 2020, it seemed to some creators as if they were even less clear. So are these devices the future of computing, or is this something different entirely? Is this meant to be a different category? Leave your thoughts. Click on over to the channel and see many more tech talks. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace till next time.